Good morning. No, last night wasn't a dream. Here, let me prove it. See? It's all real. Hey, it looks like we woke up early enough to see the sunrise. Isn't it beautiful? Sunrises are like nothing else in the world to me. I mean it. I love sunrises. When I was training to be a slayer, I used to have to do night guards all the time. The sun coming up meant that no more vampires could approach, and I could finally just relax and enjoy the simple beauty of it. It makes you feel bad for them, doesn't it? The vampires, I mean. The way that they have to run and hide from something as beautiful as the sunrise. Don't worry. You won't have to go through that. We still have time to find a cure. We just need to find a new way. Maybe there's a way that's never been tried before. Oh, and before we go any further, I need you to fully understand what I'm trying to save you from. Vampirism. It's the worst curse there is. Human literature sometimes romanticizes vampires for some reason, but their life isn't enviable. They're starving every minute of the day. Every simple joy is taken from them. Contacting sunlight for even a few seconds leaves painful scars on them. Scents like spring flowers and fresh-baked bread turn disgusting to them. Every moment of their existence, except for when they're killing and feeding, is pain. Everything but the scent of blood and gore repulses them. And that's not even the worst of it. It's common for them to lose control and end up killing their own loved ones not long after turning. Vampires like Carmen are rare exceptions, and even she killed dozens of people before she learned to control her own bloodthirst. Oh, and the immortality thing? It's kind of irrelevant. Vampires have an average lifespan of about 3 months after turning. Elder vampires like Scythus and Carmen are outliers. Most of them end up starving, getting caught in the sunlight, or getting slain before they even learn to manage living as a vampire. It's a nightmare being one. Slaying a newly turned vampire is less like defeating an evil monster, and more like putting down a rabid dog that doesn't understand what's happening to it. I feel pity when I do it. Sometimes they even ask me to kill them. Now do you understand? Look, I don't want to make you any more anxious than I have to, but this is dire, and I haven't lost hope, and neither should you. You know, I think I can afford to call in a favor. Up north in Asturias is Torre Brillante, the stronghold of the Slayers Guild. It's hidden in the Cantabrian Mountains. It'll be a couple days riding on my motorcycle, and then another day's worth of hiking. I think it's about time I paid them a visit. Just a little further. I know. It's been a tiresome walk. See, over there. Nestled between those two rocks. That's the entrance to the stronghold.
¿Quién está ahí?
Hugo, soy yo, Alfonso.
Alfonso. ¿Cómo estás, chico? No te he visto en años.
Estoy bien, pero por favor déjame entrar. Se me están congelando los cojones en este frío. Whew. I hope you don't mind that I brought a guest. Don't worry, she knows where she is. This is Hugo. He was my mentor when I was going through my training. He's a silver sword, the same rank as my father was.
Greetings. Any guest of Alfonso is a guest of mine. Here, have a seat. You must be tired from walking.
So Hugo, is it just you in the stronghold?
No. You just came at a bad time. The night war shift begins in a couple of hours. Everyone else is taking a siesta to get ready for the long night ahead.
Ah, of course. I'm glad I don't have to do night patrols anymore. They were the worst.
Worse than being on the road all year and eating the terrible food from those cheap hotels?
It is when you're the one cooking.
Oh. So, who is your guest? Will she be joining us as slayers? I trust that you will not bring her to the stronghold for foolish reasons.
Not exactly. She's afflicted with vampirism. Her transformation is nearly half done, and we're looking for a cure.
Oh, have you dealt with the vampire that beat her?
No. He's likely still at large. His name is Scythus. He's a tenacious bastard. It took me months just to track him. I've had 2 encounters with him since tracking him, and he keeps getting away.
That name. It sounds familiar. I believe he's on the guild's target list. Who you stumbled on was no ordinary vampire.
Tell me about it.
And you say she was bitten by him?
Yes.
This could be groundbreaking. I will have to speak with Dueña Maria about this. You two stay here. Make yourself at home. I will reunite with you later at your quarters.
Here, come with me. We'll go to my old quarters. This hallway has the names of every slayer to be trained here inscribed into it, going all the way back to 1835, when they first built Torre Brillante. Back then it was just the tower. Since then they added this hall, our congregation room, the courtyard, and the slayers' quarters. That's where we're going. Oh, these paintings? They're the silver swords. It's the highest combat rank that a slayer can have. There's Hugo in that painting, or at least what he looked like back when he started my training about 15 years ago. And there is my dad. Yeah, I guess he does look a lot like me, but maybe a little more calm. I think a bit taller too, but maybe that's just my childhood memory messing with me. That painting was made right before he met my mom, when he was just a bit older than I am now. Yeah, we should keep going. I can't stand seeing him looking down on me from up there. At least not until my painting is up there next to his. Come on. Over here. This one is my room. Here it is, my humble abode. This is my bed. Over there is my personal armory, and the rest isn't that interesting. Yeah. Ever since I was old enough to go on solo missions, I barely spent any nights here. This room looks practically the same as it did when I was a teenager. Oh, I know. I don't really have many of the hallmarks of being a teen. I never went to high school, I didn't have a TV, I didn't have internet. They teach us to communicate using the old methods only. It protects our secrecy and keeps us from being dependent on electronics. Vampiric auras can short-circuit electrical devices. I guess it made me a better slayer, but I really had no idea what was going on in the world. Oh, I wasn't completely deprived. Once in a while I got to see other people my age, mostly cousins or the kids of family friends. My parents would make me give them some bullshit story about how I went to a special boarding school for the gifted in Andorra. The other kids must have thought I was weird as hell. They probably would have thought I was a lot cooler if they knew that I was training to become a vampire slayer, but I had to keep that part secret. Speaking of, I have some treasures from back then. Check this out. It's contraband. Completely against uniform. It's a band t-shirt that another kid got me at a concert. It was my most prized possession even though I'd never even listened to their music. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Oh, the band? They're called Fall Out Boy. I think that's a weird name. Why not Fall Out Boys? Whatever. I don't get it, but they were cool, I think. Are they cool? Were they ever cool? I never actually listened to them. They might actually be the worst band ever. Okay, when this is all over, we can listen to some of their music. I'll decide for myself if they were cool. And you can show me all the other music that was cool back when we were kids that I missed out on. Yeah, I missed out on a lot. You know what else I missed out on? Sneaking a girl into my room and stealing a kiss when Hugo wasn't looking. I think we can make up for a little bit of lost time.
Alfonso? ¿Estás en tu
Shit.
dormitorio?
Shit.
Alfonso?
Espera un momento, Hugo. Shit. Put the Fallout Boy's shirt away. Don't say that I'm too old to get into trouble. I will definitely be in trouble. I'm ready.
There you are. Alfonso, I spoke to Dueña Maria and she had something interesting to say.
Tell me more.
Sizes is no ordinary vampire. He is the direct spawn of an archdemon. His venom carries the very essence of the Mother of Sin.
That's not surprising, but what exactly are we supposed to do with that information?
That same venom is coursing through the veins of your guest, transforming her into the next part of the vampire lineage. We can use her essence to banish the Mother of Sin once and for all.
I'm not sure I follow.
Here, read this page. It contains a binding ritual. It can tie the soul of a demon to a mortal body carrying their essence. It makes them vulnerable.
Wait. But it says here that once the ritual is complete, the carrier of the essence must be destroyed. You don't mean that she...
She will be sacrificed. Yes, it is necessary. But for the greater good, her sacrifice will stop thousands of demon incursions. She will save countless souls from being transformed into the undead.
I can't let you do that. I won't. I brought her here to find a cure, and you tell me this? This is an outrage!
You don't seem to understand what's at the stake here, do you?
Just what the hell are you talking about?
We don't go through with this, then your father died for nothing.
What?
Anselmo's last mission was to retrieve the original manuscript to bury ritual you hold in your hand. During his mission he was
ripped to shreds by a Nosferatu.
Not exactly. He was fatally wounded. We were able to keep him alive for a few days, but we discovered that he was bitten. The venom had already contaminated him. It was too late to turn his transformation around.
So, how did he really die?
We convened and agreed that he would be sacrificed in the ritual. His blood carried the Nosferatu venom, but not the essence of the archdemon. Your guess, however, does.
Why did you hide this from me?
Because we couldn't bear to tell you that it was all for nothing. Anselmo died a hero, but you were too young to understand. We had to simplify it for you, to keep you motivated, to give you a reason to carry on. We'll be taking your guest now.
No, I'm leaving, and I'm taking her with me.
What?
I said I'm leaving, and I'm taking her with me.
What do you think you are doing with that sword?
I'm keeping you away from her.
Alfonso, I will give you one last chance to back down.
I'm sorry, Hugo, but for once I'm going to make my own choices. On guard!
Sheathe your blade and I will forget this transgression. You have no idea what you are putting at stake.
Her life is at stake, and I won't give that up.
Alfonso, what have you done?
Hold still, Hugo. Do not remove the blade. You'll bleed out faster if you do. If you get medical attention in time, you'll most likely survive.
What?
I mean, hold still, and give me your sword.
This is a silver sword. You have no right.
We don't have time to argue over this. Give me your blade, Hugo.
Fine.
Come, we're leaving. We're gonna have to leave Hugo behind, and we need to go now. Other people will likely come searching for you very soon.
Alfonso, you are making a huge mistake.
I'm sorry, Hugo, but I have to do this.
Why? What are you doing this for?
For her. I'm doing this for her.
Alfonso, get back here! Alfonso!
Walk fast, but don't run. I don't want us drawing too much attention. It's going to take some time before Hugo can sound the alarm. I know, I haven't fully processed what he told me about my father, but we can think about it later. Follow me. Once we're out of this hallway, we need to cut directly across the courtyard. It'll be the fastest way to get back to the trail and back to my motorcycle. We're almost there. Shit! We need to run! Follow me! To the courtyard! It's the fastest way! Over there. You see the exit, don't you? Never mind. We're taking the long way. Well, I didn't think that they would try to shoot me as their first resort, okay? I know I stabbed Hugo, but I didn't kill him. Never mind. Just run.
Alfonso, alto ahí. Te estamos deteniendo.
Fuera de mi camino.
Alfonso, stand down or I will shoot. Alfonso, have you gone mad?
Maybe I have. Perdóname, hermano. Hold on. I need to check his pulse. He's still alive, just knocked out. Let's run before any other guards find us. That way! This is it. The river is freezing cold, but we have to jump. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, jump!